last time, once again, I had an audio issue, which I'm assuming is taken care of because I turned off the Bluetooth. As far as I can tell, it's the Bluetooth that causes that problem. Yeah, the audio is working now. Anyway, we are about to start watching the USC football basketball game, and I will scroll this down here, put this on live chat. This split tab feature on the computer on Chrome is really helpful. I'm going to put on some sound from the basketball game in the background, but not have it up too loud. I do want to watch the game and I want to hear the game. But, I actually have a list of things I wanted to accomplish today. And I am proud to tell you that we've gotten pretty much everything on the list done. Hi, Rachel. Isn't it a nice picture? That's why I took that picture this morning, so that I'd have a thumbnail to upload. All right. So we're just at tip off right now, 4:04 p.m. About 4 minutes later than we're supposed to be. SC wins the tip. We're at Michigan. SC is 12-1. Michigan is 12-0. So, nevertheless, Michigan's favored, I'm sure, because they're number 2 in the country. We're number 24 in the country. Thanks, Carrot. We took it this morning on our walk. I've got one actual New Year's resolution this year, and it was to take a walk every day. Hopefully with Rachel, but regardless, for me to at least take a walk every day. And today we took one. I might even conceivably go take another one later on. Bang! Oh, that's Michigan. I assumed that we were the ones wearing the dark uniforms. No, that's Michigan. 4-0. That's not good. Yeah, it was quite chilly this morning. That's for sure. Well, Michigan is just taking it right to us. Uh, we're gonna need to play a lot better than this. If we're gonna have a chance in this game. Hi, Alex Holdfast. I'm glad, Rachel. I think that'll be nice. We don't take a very long walk. Hey, y'all. How you doing? I wouldn't mind if Leo walked around the block with us. Presumably, we could walk by his house and say Leo, and he would come with us. I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case anyway. You like your football? I do like my football, but this is not football. This is basketball that I'm watching. This is USC versus Michigan basketball. Our neighbors bark at us every time I go out to smoke a cigarette, and every time my brother smokes his weed. Well, we're fortunate. We used to have a barking dog across the street, but they moved away. Well, I mean, the dogs are partially their neighbors, right? Essie is getting the ball stolen left and right here. All right, let's go outside. Let's smoke a cigarette. And let's talk a little bit more about my list. Leo is the neighbor's dog from across the street. He's a nice dog. He's a real sweet dog, but he kind of runs loose around the neighborhood. And when we took Lulu for a walk the other day when we were dog sitting her, he came running down the hill and joined us on our walk. And he was just off leash, but yeah, it's not our dog, and we didn't invite him or anything. But I guess if we invited him, we'd be more responsible for him coming along with us. The last 2 days we walked, we went around the other direction, which is to say, we started going that way. We'd need to start going that way if we were going to invite Leo along. 6-0 Michigan already. That's not good. So Eric Musselman's really upset about something. You could bark back, but the problem with that would be then your neighbors could say, you're making the dogs bark by barking at them. Why is Michigan getting technical free throws? Do they coach up? Do they tee up the coach? They might have given Coach Musselman a technical foul. He was very upset. He was like not having it. Man, it is cold out here today. So anyway, Rachel and I had a list of things to do today. And we mostly accomplished everything on the list. We had to go to the store today to pick up some gabapentin from the pharmacy. And OMG, I have never seen the pharmacy line so long. It was so long, in fact, that we initially turned around and said, we'll just try to get it on Monday or something. Then as we were driving away, we said, no, let's go be adult and get the drugs today. It's been freezing there as well. It's Goldilocks and the Three Birds. Oh. It's actually like too cold to stand outside and smoke a cigarette. There is one other task that I have to get done here today that's on the list is more sweeping of the floors. Like, for example, in here, I've got to sweep the floors now that I've taken down the tree and lights and stuff. I gotta get this area that was underneath the tree. This is a small, relatively easy sweeping task. I might as well get it out of the way. I'm glad we got the gabapentin today because it really helps me sleep quite a bit. Makes a big difference. At least provided I'm not on any Adderall. It doesn't punch through the Adderall. You know, I had a bit of a hard day yesterday, but today I'm feeling more optimistic about things. Feel like capable of handling things, not overwhelmed during the While we were in line at the pharmacy for a long time, our neighbor Les was in line behind us. You know, he's experiencing various health problems, has for a long time, and I guess he's got cancer. But he certainly keeps a positive attitude. You know, seems to. He's a really nice guy, everybody knows him. Alright, well, that's not perfect, but it's a start. So, now that we've swept some of the floors, hello, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. You've got a flood watch. We've been on flood watch, but we aren't right now because it's just cloudy. It's supposed to be rainy this weekend. Well, we're down 7-0 early. Hopefully we wake up and start to play some basketball here. -4 degrees. That's cold. Hi, G. We're actually at 56 degrees here, which is not that cold, I guess, but it feels colder than that outside. Oh, nice attempt to drive the lane, but unable to score. Still 7-0. They have Blue Chew Gold now, but my state does not allow it. I don't know what that is. Regular sildenafil seems to work just fine. 7-0 still. Yes, he has turned the ball over 6 times already. That's not good. We almost turned it over a 7th time right there. They put oxytocin in it? What's oxytocin? Is that like the bonding hormone or something? You can get oxytocin from hugging a stuffed animal. I get some oxytocin probably from petting the cats when I pet them. The love chemical. It's a hormone, right? I remember when my cat was about to give birth, she had a lot of oxytocin. She was very affectionate with me. You could fall in love with your couch. I'm probably already too much in love with my couch. Ah, oh, 9-0. Well, USC is certainly having a little bit of trouble here with the old Michigan basketball team. Ugh. We have just terrible uh, ball security. It's just they're getting their hands on the ball constantly. Terrible. Well, I guess this is the game where we find out whether we're as good as our 12-1 record would suggest. I'm guessing no. There's another turnover? No. There's one guy on our team. He's got like pigtails. Strange. You don't normally see pigtails on guys, you know? They're kind of like dreadlock pigtails. We are struggling. That is for sure. I've been using the Cialis Blue Chew this month over Viagra Max with Cialis for mega chubbies. They're culturally appropriating pigtails. Well, yeah, go for it, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the world who very highly prioritize sexual intercourse. Oh, a terrible shot. Air ball giving way to a layup foul. Uh, Oxytocin. Well, I just took it as a commentary that you didn't need to have the oxytocin artificially added. 12, 11 to nothing. 11 to nothing. Not a good start. There's a basket and a foul. Finally, we get on the scoreboard. And we just have to hope this is the start of a change of fortune for us. If they show a good shot of Mr. Pigtails, I'll show you his pigtails so you can see them too. I wouldn't want to deprive you. It's Cialis, Viagra, oxytocin, and some other meds usually used for people with. Let me look it up. Oh, too easy. 13-3 is now the score. I got Peacock for a month. I had no choice but to get Peacock for a month because I want to watch both SC games this weekend, which includes this game today and tomorrow's women's basketball game versus UCLA. In case you were looking forward to looking at the Christmas tree while I go to the bathroom, well, it's gone. So, accordingly, while I go to the bathroom, you can look at the cat. I will mute this so I don't get in copyright trouble. All right, so now it is 7-13. That three-pointer with a foul certainly helped. It's a 6-point game. We're starting to look alive. Hello, Gil. I'm back. Don't worry. I wasn't gone forever. But now that the Christmas tree is no longer up, when I go to the bathroom, I have to find something else for you to look at. In this case, a beautiful cat. Apomorphine? I don't know what that means. Sounds like fancy medical talk. Yeah, I could shave BRB into his fur. That would be creative. I want to start drinking for the day, but I want to save my intoxication for when I talk to my friend later because alcohol makes me a better conversationalist. Apomorphine sublingual film is used to treat short-term acute intermittent off episodes in patients with Parkinson's disease. It's also in Blue Chew Gold. Hmm. Apomorphine, huh? A potent non-selective dopamine agonist, primarily used to treat off episodes, periods of poor movement and muscle control in people with advanced Parkinson's disease. A dopamine agonist? That sounds like the opposite of what you want in life. Maybe a dopamine protagonist, that would make sense. But a dopamine agonist? No, thank you. I'd say somewhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours. Going off in Iran, you hear? Stuff's going off in Iran? Well, I don't know anything about it. I'm too busy watching basketball. Three-pointer! Oh, it got stuck in the thing. You don't see that happen very often. No, I didn't see Anton's video about the Kessler effect. Oh. How does that, what happens when that happens? It got stuck between the rim and the backboard. I guess we get the ball back? Oh, that's cool. I guess the shooting team gets the ball back when that happens. Maybe I'll check it out, fly guy. Oh! Who's got the possession arrow? We've got three big guys out for, well, Rodney Wright's out for the whole season. Marion Dickerson's out for 3 to 4 months, and Elijah Arenas may return mid-January. I believe Elijah Arenas is Gilbert Arenas' son. Uh-oh. Good board. All right. We don't want to leave him that wide open for a three, but if he's going to miss it, that's fine. Oh. Moving screen. It's 15-10. We have made a game of it after starting off pretty slow. I wonder what's going on in Iran now. Nine minutes left, 9.5 minutes left in the half. For those who don't know, college basketball, male college basketball plays it in two halves, no quarters. The U.S. is ready to rescue Iranian protesters if they're attacked. That's an interesting statement from Trump. The guac has gotten gross, so now it's just chips and salsa with no guac. Oh, you don't need the guac. You can live life guac free. Really, guac's just smashed up avocados. 21-12. We're down by 9 points now. It was a 5-point game. Now it's a 9-point game. That should be a goaltending too. The gay man go, hey dude, love your lives. What inspired you, man, to be so gay? Oh, you know, a lot of different people, I guess, saying be more gay, Eric, be more gay. You know, it's hard when you're a married heterosexual man, but I try my best. You know, I'm not a digital native, so it's a little harder for me to be gay than somebody born, say, after the year 2010 or 2005, I guess. I don't know. When did, what year did homosexuality become okay? It's kind of a curious question. 8 point game now. Michigan up by 8. We'll see if we can manage to get back within 5 here. I mean, sawdust and cardboard. Oh, well, it's a good way to save money on food. Not a good way to give yourself nutrition. All right, well, we got 15 now. 23 to 15. Still an 8 point game, but that was better. And cockroaches. Well, you get a little bit of protein from cockroaches, I imagine. That's traveling, right? Yeah, I don't know what that sentence means at all, zombie. Okay, you could toss a 6, 7 in there as well, and I still wouldn't know what it meant. Thanks, Clayton. Appreciate it. Shout out lonely goth chicks. Okay, shout them out. Here's to you, lonely goth chicks. Shout out to all the lonely people in the world, you know? Lampshading, huh? You know, like masquerading or something? Technically, if you eat lobsters in a submarine, you are living in a pod and eating bugs. Okay, well, I don't necessarily think that lobsters should really qualify as bugs. Yes, they have very bug like qualities in some way, but they're sea creatures and thus do not count as bugs. Don't use a Tesla if you're allergic to it. Alright? Whatever you do. You may get severe diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss. And what's that for? Like eczema or something? It's ridiculous. How bad can eczema possibly be? It's just a little bit of red spot on your skin, that's all. Lampshade reminds me of that story about the dude who got a concussion or smoked salvia or something and lived an entire life until one day he noticed the flatness of a lampshade and woke up. Okay, well, yeah, I'm not sure how true it is either. I had a very short nap earlier today, and I dreamed that I had hair in my mouth. What does that mean? What's that the symbol for in dream symbology? If you dream you got hair in your mouth. Is it a sign that you're about to sprout hair from your mouth? You got bacteria from public bathroom soap. I don't know. I was like pulling it out from between my teeth. I don't know where it came from, whose hair it was, but oh, it's still so cold out here. Now I remember what happened last time I came out here and started to smoke a cigarette. I went back in and like a fraction of a cigarette because it was too cold to stand out here. Somebody was saying it was -4 where they are. Well, it's 52 where I am. It's a sign to shave. Maybe that's my spirit guide's telling me it's time to shave. That's not a bad interpretation of it, actually, because I do think it is time to shave. I enjoyed watching a couple of terror videos with Rachel yesterday. I thought at least one of the ladies had some good stuff to say. And then Rachel and I pulled some cards on our own, too. It spread to some clothes, too. We had some sort of weed mold or fungus that made the bathroom, along with any clothes washed in the washing machine, smell strongly of sour dirt, mildew. Yeah, that's when you have front-loading washing machines, so it happens. Those front-loading washing machines are a nightmare. We're very fortunate to have a top loader. Holler back, Acacia. Holler back. I haven't watched the standard special yet, but I do have it loaded up in the YouTube app. Ready to go at a moment's notice. I'm currently watching the basketball game, though. We're down by 8 points. But, you know, we started the game down 9-0, so we've been playing them even since. Burr, it is cold out there. I've luxuriantly got the heater turned up to 70 today. We just got more propane, so yeah, top loader is way better. Yeah, that mildew's a real son of a bitch. Booth loader. I don't think they make that kind of washing machine. Hi, Stephen Winnett. How are you? So, it's an 8-point game still, 17-25 USC trails against the favored Michigan. But It might not be a bad idea to use bleach on an empty load of wash, right? Just to clean the washing machine out. That's USC ball. Good job. Bleach does kill mold like it's nothing. But what you want to do is put the bleach in the washing machine without any clothes. All right. 6-point game. I see making a comeback here at the end of this first half. Hello, Gashumi. I'm not actually a grandfather, though. I am a father, but my daughter is of yet childless. If you bleached your whites like normal rich people with front-loading washing machines, you'd never have this problem. But I have the age and look of a grandpa. Okay, that's fine. I'm actually only 54 years old, but there are plenty of grandparents of that age. Is whites what they call your pucker? Yeah, a lot of people are grandparents at this age, for sure. Freud talks about a lot of stuff. Almost all of it bullshit. Hello, show media. How are you? So I do have some more sweeping to do. Americans are chilled. Dutch streamers are rude. Sorry to hear that. The mold's probably in your wall, says Casey Jones. Maybe it's just on your upper lip. And that's why you're always smelling it. You're calm and collected mostly. Glad to hear it. You hope I am feeling swell. I am feeling fine. I'm, you know, oh, I had a rough day yesterday. I'm having a much better day today. I have, I made a list today, and I've gotten most of the things done on the list. Rachel and I have. We got to spend some good amount of time in the busy supermarket today because the line at the pharmacy was extremely long. But that was kind of nice. Spend a little time with the community as a whole. Our neighbor Les got behind us in line at the pharmacy, so I got to chat with him for quite a bit. And it gave me plenty to remember to be grateful for because, he's got ongoing health problems. But list completion is big. Just following through on something. And some people who drink booze participate in dry January. People who use marijuana do something similar. I don't know. I don't. In fact, it's true that I have not been smoking very much pot compared to what I used to smoke. But yeah, Michigan's favored by about 20 points. Well, they're up by 11 at half. Oh, yes. Okay. It's not halftime yet. We got off to a really bad start. We played them about even since, but we had it back down to within 5 at one point. We're struggling for sure. How about that University of Miami? Is the U back? Well, I'm gonna predict Ole Miss beats them, and then I'm going to predict that Oregon beats Indiana. I know, bit of an upset pick. And then I'm gonna predict that Oregon beats Ole Miss. I think Oregon's gonna take it now. I mean, I'm sure there is such a thing, Putty Cat. I just don't ascribe to it, you know. Yeah. You know, I got you, Putty Cat. I watched both games. Oregon was just as dominant over Texas Tech. I had Ole Miss as my dark horse pick at the beginning of the whole thing. I said, I kind of like Ole Miss. But I don't know. The Big Ten has seemed better than the SEC across the board, I think. Indiana certainly looked dominant. But I also remember how little Indiana scored against Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game. And that makes me think that Oregon might be able to stop them as well. Oregon's defense looks great against Texas Tech. You're fine with your alcohol, you miss Kratom, though. Well, everybody's got different relationships with different drugs, you know. Well, then Notre Dame needed to beat somebody besides USC. The only team of note that Notre Dame beat was USC. She got abused by Gialt, and now he doesn't. She has a restraining order against him. So at halftime, we'll do some more floor sweeping. It's on the list of things to do today. Yeah, we had a fair number of key players opt out. Uh, you know, we lost in overtime. It wasn't. It wasn't a nightmare. Hello there. So, how are you? Hello, Mr. Kartoffel. How's it going? He got fouled. Why don't they call that? I don't understand your question, Putty Cat. All right, well, USC ball. We retain the challenge and the timeout. So I guess we won the challenge. Oh no, it's Michigan ball. I guess Michigan won the challenge. No, I have not read about the scams in Minnesota. Oh, as you know, Putty Cat, I don't like to pay attention to that kind of stuff. It makes me upset. Alright, well, that helps a little bit, but we're still down by 10. We're going to need to get real hot. Thank you for returning with more of those questions, Mr. Kartoffel. I didn't know that I missed them. My name is Nemo. My brother's name is Cigar. My mother's name is Swati. My father's name is Ganesh. My grandfather's name is Radhi Shyam Jalaj. Okay. That's wonderful information for you to have shared with us. Thank you. Now we know all about your family. I wouldn't want a pet monkey in any context either. Definitely not. You never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. That's a good sentence. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but I like it. Willow is a decent movie. I haven't seen it in a very long time. I don't really remember it at all. What's your challenge? You talk to me in Hindi? Okay. And I'm supposed to guess what you're saying? That's not a challenge, that's an impossibility. I don't speak any Hindi at all. We miss again. We're down by 13. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. The answer is I don't know. Because I don't know what the question means. He does want some kielbasa. Oh, we're getting smoked. There's not much reason to watch this game. It's 41 to 26 at halftime. Oh, yeah, we just turned the ball over again. Why did the chicken cross the basketball court? He heard the ref was blowing fouls. Hmm. I think I will. Hey, brother, how are you? Is what he said. Hmm. Well, good for him. Oh, that's what he said. I see. So, what's the Holiday Bowl? Is it Wake Forest, Mississippi State, or Navy, Cincinnati? Oh, you have a translator on your keyboard. Well, I'm fine. That's the answer to that question, Cigar. I am fine. Let me look at the ESPN. So the Holiday Bowl. Is that on Fox? Arizona versus SMU. I'm curious about watching that game. Yeah, that's the Holiday Bowl. Yeah, that is the game I want to watch. Let's put it on the old live. And we'll go right here to the Fox pregame. While we are waiting for that game to come on, I need to get rid of this one. And I need to make a tab split with this one. And I need to make this live chat as the top chat. Is Rachel bobbing for apples? No. She is bobbing for sleep, I would guess. All right, well, I'm waiting for that to come on. I think it's time to do a little bit more floor sweeping. I'm not very interested in Cal versus Notre Dame in basketball. I am interested in getting some more floor swept. The kitchen needs a lot of sweeping, and then really it needs mopping, but I don't know if I'm going to get that done tonight or not. That's on my list of optionals. Let's start right here and sweep this way some. Right away we'll get a little bit of cat hair. We'll come over here so that we can put this in the trash can. But the cats ate all the dog food that we put up for the dog. They started eating it, so I just left it where it was. And now they finished it. I can pick that up. Yep. We're doing some list checking. And we're doing some floor sweeping. List checking because sweeping the floor is on the list. Alright, let me get this right now. So much cat hair. And of course, it's all troubles, too. I've never seen a sweep up any Capito hair. But I sweep up great swaths of Fribbles hair. Look at all this. Look at all that hair. Okay. Got all this much more hair. Unbelievable how much hair, right? Just shit tons and shit tons of it. It's a shockingly never-ending supply of cat hair. Obviously, I need to mop in here. And that is on the list, but it's not, it's under optional. All this more hair. Okay. See how much more hair? I know, you'd think this must be the product of 30, 40 cats. Nope. All trouble. Because trouble is all trouble. Okay. I watched this dumbass psychology lady today who basically was trying to say that because disagreements necessarily emerge from a person's experience, that all arguments are about subjective matters. Oh, what a nightmare. That's the kind of nightmare you have of pathologization of objective modalities in that instance, which she conveyed as either the results of trauma or an example of autism spectrum. Like, there's no healthy way to be objective. It was so offensive. It's the kind of wrongness that persists in the absence of a cognitive function understanding. Wow, SMU touchdown right away. So we got a fair amount of floor sweeping done. I could wash my hands now. We got plenty more floor sweeping to do. These floors need a lot of sweeping. We'll just take a little break here though. Wash our hands. And then I'm going to eat, finally, something I got a long time ago. My cheese Danish. So I got a Boot Jack on the way to the market, but I didn't eat it right then. Yeah, floor needs a lot more work. Well, that's fine. You know, it's good for me, good for my mental health to keep busy doing things, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and eat this. You a banana? No, I'm not a banana. 16-point game at the half does not bode well for USC, obviously. I love Music 98. This is entertainment. No, it's not Hostess. I guess maybe its brand is Bon Appetit. This says cheese croissant on it. Some effing keeps cheating with infinite jumps. What should I do? I have no idea how to answer that question. Yes, actually, I do have a New Year's resolution, Buddy Cat, and it is to take a walk every day. So far, I've kept up with it. Good morning, Temple Girl. I mean, good evening. Very nice to see you. I hope you're doing well this evening. If you run from the work, you might as well hide from the money. That's good advice. Put on the sound a little bit. Maybe not that much. Somewhat like that much. Southern Methodist University. Smooth. I don't know how often they're called Smoo, but they could be called Smoo. Their name does spell Smoo. Arizona gets around the corner on 2nd and 7, picks up a big first down. A cat that dreams of becoming a lion must lose its appetite for rats. Hmm. Where are you getting these quotes from? If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Ooh, very mystical. Another nice run for Arizona. This is actually not a sandwich, Simple Girl. This is a cheese Danish, basically. It says it's a cheese croissant, but I'd call it a cheese Danish. It's super good and soft and delicious. Mm. Mm. Earlier today, I got my first and last pumpkin spice latte of the season. What is the area of the Danish-German border called? The danger zone. I don't think they're either. I don't think they're either straight or gay, but I do think they're cloyingly sweet. Yeah, one is all you need for the whole year. That's, well, they had a sale on it there at the pharmacy line. You know, the pharmacy line stretched past the like bakery part of the supermarket where they sell coffee, and they had a sign that advertised a sale on these. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get one of those. And Rachel's like, yeah, I want to get one of those too. And we got them. And about 5 minutes later, Rachel threw hers away. She's like, nope, that's enough of that. I'm still holding on to mine. And she thought it sounded good when I suggested I was going to get one, but when she actually tasted it, she realized this is not good. And it's definitely not good. It's way too sweet. But it's the drink I have in my hand right now. So, accordingly, it's what I'm drinking. Maybe when I go inside, I'll get different beverage, one more appropriate for football, for example, like a non-alcoholic Corona. It's been a pretty good day, pretty productive day. I stay sober, Brody. Yeah. The pumpkin spice latte seemed like a fun little charming thing to do or something. Let's get pumpkin spice lattes. They're really quite gross. It's so cloyingly sweet. It's ridiculous. So I think I'll set this aside. I guess presumably I came out here for a cigarette. It was so oversweet that before we left the supermarket, Rachel was like, I gotta get like a unsweetened iced tea or something. She just had to wash the taste of it out of her mouth. But you know, when you spend a long, long time in the line at the pharmacy, as we did today, you have plenty of opportunities to consider purchasing a pumpkin spice latte, and eventually one of those moments just overcomes your normal common sense, and you're like, well, it's got that. That's all sale. They must be trying to get rid of this stuff. Well, the only symptom which I look like any such people is that I have a beard, I'm sure. Terrible for the cat. Absolutely terrible. Okay, here we are. Back in the house. What time is it? 5:20. We're luxuriating in having the heater on and having it at 70 degrees and so I think I'll probably turn it off for a little bit. Try to save a little bit of energy costs. But since we just ordered and paid for already the new shipment of propane, I'm feeling like a propane spendthrift. So we'll turn this off for a little bit. I actually prefer sleeping with the heater off now that we started doing it. I seem to sleep a lot better in the cold. So it's 5:22. Still pretty early. I've got a fair amount of time left in the day, you know. I could get more things done. Get more sweeping done. I should get more sweeping done. And I will here at some point. Oh! Wow. That could have been picked, could have been caught. Instead, It falls harmlessly to the turf. So SMU is going to punt the ball 4th and 8. They do so. It's rather a short punt. Fair caught at the 26-yard line. Arizona will take over possession there when we return after these important messages. Do they still say that on TV? After these important messages? They used to say that. I don't think they say important messages anymore. Second half is underway, huh? Well, let me put on the cock. The peacock. I paid for it today for a month just so I could get this game and the game that's on tomorrow. It's only $8, so I figured, all right. Now I'm getting a commercial for Ray-Ban and Meta. And here we're back in the basketball game. Michigan up by 20, misses a three, gets their own rebound. This is a blowout, von Schmo out. I don't even want to think about that. Well, that's the thing, Buddy Cat. If we're being completely honest about it, they aren't that important. But they used to say, we'll be back after these important messages. Let's see. Do they still say after these important messages before commercials? That specific phrase, after these important messages, is largely a nostalgic relic from the older TV, especially in the US. Hmm. So I guess basically, no, they don't say that anymore. We're down by 22 points. Michigan just missed a three-pointer, but got their own rebound. Takes another three-pointer, misses it. Finally, we get the rebound, but we're down by 22 points already. We miss a three-point shot, they get the rebound. We're getting killed on the boards. At what age do you need to grow up? Well, for me, that age is 54 and two-thirds, like right now. And I'm not looking for greener grass, Mr. Kartoffel. Just water mine, huh? Do they say have a Coke and smile? I don't know. But I'm glad to hear from artificial intelligence that, in fact, back after these important messages is an anachronism. No, because I don't want to get in copyright trouble. I'm just watching football. An eye for an eye and the whole world goes blind. That's not really true, though. Unless people keep poking each other's eyes out infinitely. Because an eye for an eye means you poked my eye out, now I poke your eye out, now we're even. It doesn't produce further eye poking out, you know? Well, Casey Jones, I'd casually recommend you resist that urge. Oh, is that intercepted? No, just incomplete. So Arizona now facing a 3rd and 11. I'm not seeing the vision. Right, but there is definitely a place for retributive justice as an equilibrium restorer. The idea that we should only rehabilitate is insane, you know. Justice involves some restoration of equilibrium. It may not be the case that we should maim people in response to them being maimed. I'm not saying that's the case. But the principle that we shouldn't have retributive justice in general is a poor one. No, I'm not sending you money. You need a neck massage? Well, you should get one of those little guns, massage guns. They're quite effective. Oh, 21-point game, 23-point game now in the basketball game. We're just getting totally outmatched by Michigan. Well, these things happen. You know, my hope is that the team can make the tournament, and once you're in the tournament, who knows? You might go far. You might go far in life. You never know. Stand up to Jewish hate. Okay, I will. Hey, Ace B file. Ace B. Ace. I don't know. I can't read that. It's too far away. I see. Because he misinterpreted the salt as being braille. That's why he said that. If you keep waiting for the road to be safe, you'll never arrive. Well, thanks, Mr. Kartoffel. Uh, I don't think my problem is waiting for the road to be safe, but I appreciate the message anyway. Michigan State and Nebraska's on at 9 p.m. That could be a good game. Well, hopefully this football game will be a good game. So far, so good. SMU's up, but both defenses seem perhaps up to the challenge. Don't lose your mind over people who don't mind losing you. Good advice. It's good advice. It's hard to argue against that. Well, I certainly have a lot of stuff coming forward in the new year. A lot of stuff I need to do. But I'm much better off thinking in terms of small small batches of stuff to get done than big stuff to get done, you know? Hello, Argilla, Santa Corey. Happy New Year to you too. Will the pond be completed in the new year? Yeah, it's basically completed. You just need to put this pump in there and let it do its thing, you know? Well, Arizona had only 4 wins last year. That's kind of an impressive turnaround for the Wildcats. Yeah, we're watching. Well, I'm watching college football right now. I will watch. I will watch the couple of good NFL games that are on tomorrow. Like, I want to watch the Niners versus the Seahawks. If I get hungry, I could eat Rachel's leftover broccoli. You know, I still have a certain amount of melancholy about me, but I feel pretty good. Yeah, the 49ers are playoff bound. Whether or not they win the division depends on the outcome of tomorrow's game against the Seahawks. I think the winner of that game wins the division. Hi, Acacia. Will the pond have fish? That's the plan currently. But I'm kind of curious to see how much running this pond is going to raise my electricity bills before I get too married to the idea. I could potentially remove part of it, part or all of it, depending on how I feel about it. It's pretty big, you know. The Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills, I don't know if they made the playoffs or not. I have been kind of keeping track of the standings and who's made the playoffs and so forth on ESPN website, but I haven't been keeping track of it well enough to remember. I do like the NFL once we get into playoff season, you know. The weekends when they start playing games on Saturdays, those are the best weekends in the NFL when they play Saturday and Sunday games. Seems like that's like the first round of the playoffs or something. Oh, the Buffalo Bills clinched. Well, we'll see how well the Niners do against Seattle. You know, I'd like to see San Francisco make the Super Bowl. Terrence Williams, who was on the USC team, is a transfer from Michigan. Oh, I'll have to check in on the game in a second. I'm currently watching the football game, you know. Are you clinched by beating Cleveland? Good for you. I always tend to root for the Buffalo Bills. I think I have ever since they lost those 4 Super Bowls in a row. Remember that? Were you around for that? It was the Jim Kelly era of the Buffalo Bills. Only duck-billed buffalo platypuses do, which is one of the rarest form of buffalo. Cleveland. You know what I say about Cleveland? Cleveland Schmeveland. Seems like the Cleveland Browns never win. They've got to be one of the more losingest franchises in football, I would guess. Michigan 63, USC 39. So we're down by 24 points. SMU up by 14. Ah, fiddlesticks. Do you think anybody says that authentically anymore? Ah, fiddlesticks. No, you were born a couple months after the 91 Super Bowl. I don't know which one that was. A fiddlestick presumably is a violin bow. Alright, I'll watch you eat. Maybe after we watch the cat eat, maybe I'll wrap this up and try to settle in to watch some TV, take a couple gabapentins. Yes, there's cat hair everywhere. Tomorrow my goal is to make another list, do the things on the list. It'll probably include sweeping the floors, maybe mopping the kitchen floor, maybe making a short if I'm feeling ambitious. Harvesting hair to throw away. Scott Norwood kicked it wide right. Sorry to hear that. Have you had enough food yet, Kitty? He doesn't really like it when his plate's kind of empty like this, I've noticed, but he can survive. Okay, I think we're done watching you eat now. I've watched the cat eat enough. Well, I think it's about time to wrap this up. I want to thank you all for being here. Greatly appreciate your company. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.